Hey, this guy may work for us for the right incentive.
The right incentive?
Yeah, more fireworks.
Who told you that?
True Patriot guy with the pestilence over there.
If you want to run your own bomb squad, this is the video for you. Welcome back to Jumpstart Gaming. In today's video, we're going to make our very own bomb squad using the True Patriot and the Pestilence. So let's get started. If you're wondering how that's possible, well, with True Patriot, if you kill any enemy marked with 3 different color flags, white, blue, and red, they explode, creating a 5 meters explosion, dealing damage equal to their total health and armor. In case you're wondering about why we're using the Pestilence, just think of it like setting up a timer. Every hit will apply a debuff dealing 100% weapon damage over 10 seconds, stacking up to 50 times, approximately 1 million in damage per tick, killing the enemy over time. When the enemy dies from this debuff, all stacks are transferred to a nearby enemy within 25 meters. So, will it work? Let's find out. Mission control, we have fireworks.
Copy that, Chief. Chief, you'll need to take out the elites and the mini-tanks. They're acting as heat sinks for the debuff. Debuff is spreading. Good job, Chief. Chief, it's time to approach the landing spot. Good luck. Turret deployed. Multiple enemies approaching. Please stand by. Eight killing streaks, well done. Chief, heavily armed enemies approaching. Please stand by. One enemy remaining. Canceling request for reinforcement.
Let's take a look at the build, and after that I'll share with you some tactics I've picked up. In this build, we're using the 4-piece True Patriot, calibrated for crit damage, including the mask, gloves, holster, and knee pads. If you need more survivability, you can recal weapon damage to armor. For the chest piece, we're using a Petrov with glass cannon. I'm able to have almost full armor throughout, until the last bit. But if you're not comfortable with the risk, you can always opt for Obliterate or Overwatch to provide team support. The choice is yours. For the backpack, I'm going with another Petrov for better weapon handling. The talent is Vigilance, increasing total weapon damage by 25%. With this build, you have about 54% crit hit chance, above 100% crit hit damage and 85% headshot damage. I should emphasize that the stats are not nearly as important as how to make this build work for you, which I'll be covering next. For this build to work, you'll need to stack up True Patriot flags and Pestilence debuffs. But the enemies run and hide all the time. The easiest way to do it is to throw them a sticky or a foam grenade. That'll start the ball rolling. To get the foam grenade, you'll need the gunner specialization. The elites have more health and armor, so it takes longer to kill them. Most likely, you'll need to hit them twice with the debuff to kill them. This is not good if you want the debuff to jump from killing one enemy to another. The same goes with the mini tanks, mechanical dogs, and Chungus. They are like heat sink, absorbing all the Pestilence ticks, preventing the debuffs from spreading and delaying the explosions. Given that the Pestilence takes a longer time to reload, you should make use of the opportunity to reload when the enemies are hiding. The Pestilence ticks will continue to damage them even if they're behind cover. When you're in a group, you're better off taking a step back to provide cover fire for the group. Your focus should be on spreading the True Patriot and Pestilence debuffs. Don't forget to use the Coyote's mask for better group support. Keeping in mind that this is also a glass cannon build, it's better to run with a revival hive in a group setting. During spawn point camping, you're better off with a big shield to ensure survivability. Your job is to mark as many targets as possible to trigger multiple explosions. It makes a huge difference when you pick the right spot for the right engagement. As a rule of thumb, you want to limit your enemy's line of sight. So a full-sized wall is always preferred over a half-body. Minimize exposing your body when you're shooting, including taking the higher ground, giving you access to multiple targets, or enabling you to create a kill zone with turret or grenades. Having low resistance towards explosives, it's good to pay close attention to grenades, mortars and missiles attacks. Alternatively, you can deploy a decoy to take the focus off your back. As always, I will present the build from a player's perspective, so if you do like the build, please give a like, drop me a constructive feedback, and subscribe to the channel for future uploads. That's all I have for you today. Thank you.